In this world, we have been left behind by the gods. After the Titans fell, the children of Olympus returned to Camp Oasis to celebrate the Festival of the Pantheons, where other gods have stepped forward to make their mark. Greek, Egyptian, Asian, Oceanic, and Nordic pantheons must now live together, despite millennia of hostilities. Now their descendants seek to prove themselves and survive against a dangerous world of mythical beasts, monsters, and worse. Welcome to Origins of Olympus.
I know that time does not stand still. Can see the world when it's spinning, spinning. Try to pin me down, you don't have a clue. Wouldn't understand if I showed you, showed you. Stop forsaking everything that I've done. Won't be breaking easily now. So tell me straight up. I don't want it, no other way, no other way, other way.
My mother was born on Mount Olympus, daughter of Zeus and Demeter, the goddess of vegetation and agriculture. Her name is Persephone. She and her mother would walk the earth, providing nourishment and growth for the mortals and creatures there. One day, the god of the underworld, Hades, came to the overworld. He spotted Persephone picking flowers in a field. He fell in love with her instantly, and declared right then and there that he was going to make her his wife and have her join him on the throne in the underworld. And so he did. He brought Persephone below to rule by his side and to be his queen. Together, they ruled the underworld. But every 6 months, for half of the year, Persephone would return to Olympus and the outer world to be with her mother and to bring more vegetation to the earth. This cycle became known as the 4 seasons. When Persephone rose to the earth, she would make nature blossom into hundreds of breathtaking colors, and vegetation would magnify, bringing bountiful harvests for the mortal world. This was known as spring. As she stayed in the world above another 3 months, temperatures would rise and the land became blanketed in green. This was summer. Bringing her time above ground to an end, she descends back into the underworld, thus having autumn trickle upon the earth. Flowers would close, plants would begin to die, and leaves would fall off of trees. This intensified, followed with more decay of nature and little ability of growing produce within the cold binding of winter. Eventually, I was brought into the world. The underworld, that is. I was born in autumn, and even though that technically means that the underworld is my true home, I've never completely felt that way. I've been by my mother's side since I was born. She would take me with her on all of her travels above and below. I actually began to help with the flourishing of the earth, and because of this, I've learned to appreciate the flora and fauna. I mean, sure, I'm the prince of the underworld, but I've always loved going to the overworld. There's so much more delight and peace and green. That's my favorite color. I mean, sure, we have green flames and monsters down here, but I miss nature when I'm down here. I wish my mother missed it as much as I do. I understand that she wants to be down here with my father and all, but I don't know. Me and my father have never really been that close, and I feel so much happier when my mother and I are in Earthrealm. Over the years, I've unearthed a way to combine the two worlds. Well, as far as plants go. Even as the prince, there isn't much for me to do in the Underworld. So, as time has gone on, I've discovered ways to grow earthen plants here in the Underworld. I've even created some hybrids of my own. I've grown a full garden here in Hell, and that is where I spend most of my time. It helps with the longing feeling. It's hard, having two homes. Sometimes I wish they could just combine into one.
Coleus, there you are. I should have guessed you'd be here. Like always.
Hello, Mother.
What are you up to?
Oh, you know, just enjoying the plants' company as usual.
Yes, of course. Well, don't be too long now. Remember, we have to go to the arena today.
Do I have to be there? The last thing I want to do right now is go and watch two numbskulls punch each other to death.
One of those numbskulls is your brother.
Half-brother.
He is still your brother, and you are still the prince of the Underworld. So I'm afraid you have no say in your attendance. This is important.
Yeah, just like we had no choice in returning here once we found out he sent Father and the Titans to Tartarus.
Look, dear. I know you're upset we had to end summer early and return home, but your father was in grave danger. This is your home. You have an obligation here.
I have an obligation in the outer world, too.
Coleus.
I'm sorry, Mother. I mean no disrespect. Just speaking my mind.
I know. It's all right. You have a few more minutes, but then you need to head to the arena.
Fine. Well, let's go watch this battle then. Maybe it will be entertaining, who knows? At least I've got snacks. But let's take the long way, just for fun. We should really get some stairs here. This place is so barren. I wouldn't even have to be doing this right now if it wasn't for Xylo sending my father to Tartarus. Nailed it. Alright, Brother Xylo. Let's see what you're made of.